You have seen the clickbaity title, but honestly, it is not. This might be the best player in a Master Duel that I also have faced in tournaments, and that I have recently copied his branded list from, which you will see videos about the next days. You can see here his accomplishment, Arbomod 2. He also, by the way, has a YouTube channel under the name. You can just type in Arbomod and branded, and you will find him showing you how to play a branded, and he is really good at this, let me tell you. And you can see his achievements here, right? CT is, I'm not quite sure which cup this is. It's just a Master Cup, right? This mainly France thingy here. So it's the Master Cup. He has made first place there, second place 3 times, top 4, top 8 3 times, and then he also plays in Decades Meta Weekly, first place 3 times, second place 2 times, top 4, top 8 3 times, top 16 3 times. So every time I go and look at the results of the Decade tournament, Arbomod is there with his 60 card branded list. You can see he is playing 60 card branded here, and then once he was playing Snake Eyes, and if we go to the second page here, you can see once again there is the branded. And keep in mind that the postings of these tournament results have only started on October the 31st, 2023, so he's not even that long in participating in tournaments. I also participated in tournaments throughout this time span that he did, and also did quite well, I have to say, but not as close as he did with this year. He also went Duelist Cup top 100 here. Obviously, once again, I think with branded, yeah, with 60 card branded list. What else? So it's always like the 60 card branded list that the guy is playing, and he basically always, and this is the wrong one, but he always writes, please no Ash, so please don't play Ash. We are only playing Ash for the cross-out target here. Please no Ash, we don't care for Super Heavy Samurai, just to break the board. So I found him, and I found this really interesting, also because I have seen him a lot in Master Duel Challenger Cups. And turns out, Master Duel Challenger Cup, here are the final standings for this season of Challenger Cup, where you can also find me. Didn't play that much this season. You can find me here in position 58. I also participated in some tournaments, but who is on top? Arbomod, the same guy that is here playing the branded Despia 60 card list, has the most points in the Challenger Cup. And as I already said, he's one that I see there on a regular basis. Obviously, it's a fact that the guy participates a lot. I mean, that needs to be said. You can't really win that many tournaments or top that many tournaments if you do not participate in them a lot. But it just seems to be the case that this guy is a really good player, being able to very consistently hit these tops here. And this is where I came in and found this really interesting. So I looked at him, and normally I'm not the biggest branded Despia fan, right? And he's always running this 60 card list, and it changes a bit from month to month. So he definitely adapts his list when it comes to the current meta. You can see, for example, here he's playing Keeper of Dragon Magic, whilst in the other list here, the more current list, he's not playing the Keeper of the Dragon Magic. Then he had branded lost at 2 here, and at the beginning I think at 1, and now he's playing it at 3, which is crazy if you ask me. And then other different stuff like little things, branded beast in here versus no branded beast in here, but it's basically the same 60 card list. And it has to be said, I have been using the 60 card list over the last few days, I think 5 or 6 days, and it was a very easy climb to Master 1. You will definitely see some videos when it comes to this list in the upcoming days. The only thing I have personally changed is the Herald of the Abyss to another triple tactics talents, because you, as he also writes here, so by the way, he has also a link for his YouTube channel. As he writes here, this is a deck which you use to break the board, right? So I wasn't facing, I understand why this is here. This is here because of Pearly, right? To out the Pearly, ex-Pearly Noir, but wasn't facing a lot of Pearlies in Master. So I was like, okay, don't really need the card. And I rather would have another Triple Tactics Talents, because it's just a great card. Having this as your way of breaking a board is just good. So I choose this one instead. I also didn't craft a Borrowed Fusion Dragon. I also did not craft like 2 additional branded losts, which is why I am playing a Guardian Chimera in here. But you will see the list. I'm playing a Guardian Chimera in here, and then also a branded in red in here. together with, I have something else that is different, but other than that, I copied his list basically card by card, and have to say it's really successful. I wasn't expecting this. It's a long time ago since I have played Branded, and for some reason in my head I was like, oh, I don't really like Branded, or I somehow hate the deck. But let me tell you, after playing this 60 card list here, I had so much fun. I also think, and you can let me know in the comments what you think of this, I also think this is because of the board breaker approach. Because board breaking just is more, or requires more skill in my opinion. Yeah, you have your forbidden droplets or your talents or your whatever. So let's not say Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler might be a bit brain dead, because you just go Dark Ruler and then everything is negated. But you just go ahead and have to use your resources very wisely, whilst when using a lot of hand traps, as you can see, there are just no hand traps in here besides Max C. We have one Ash just for the crossout target, and then triple infinite impermanences, and that's it when it comes to the hand trap in a 60 card list, mind you. So hand traps are a bit more like, okay, I hand trap you at this specific important point. So for example, I go infinite impermanence on your Snake Eye Ash, and then obviously hoping that you can't extend via a Diabellstar that you have in your hand. But it's not really skillful. It's more like casino. Do you have the follow-up or don't you have the follow-up? I can't really tell. You might give me some signs, but most people don't. So that is that. So the board breaking approach being really, really fun. And if you ever wanted to try out a 60 card branded list, I can only point you to Arbomod 2, which I have really watched over a long time now. I always check the results of these cups here, and in the cups that Arbomod takes as a regular participant in, he is always in the tops. So I couldn't really find another player. Maybe he's the best player in Master Duel thing is a bit overhyped. There might be players not participating in these major tournaments who only participate in, for example, the Duelist Cups, so also people like Joshua Schmidt or folks like that who might also be very good. But I think this might be, or let's put it in perspective here, I think Arbomod might be one of the best players to play Master Duel, and it seems to be like a hallmark for a player that is really good in this game by playing only one deck and being a master at this one deck, because obviously Branded Despair is a deck that you really have to master in order to be good at it, which is also why it's quite fun, and I can only point this to you. Also, I have talked about this in another video concerning secret packs. If you're interested in seeing what the best secret packs are, then go ahead and check that out. It's in the top right corner. But Branded Despair is one of the best secret packs where you can basically get all of the stuff. You can see it here, 9 ultra rares of this deck are in a secret pack available for you. So if you ever want to go build that, you can do that. I also think this is a quite good like future deck in this Fire meta versus Snake Eyes versus the upcoming Fire King. It will be very nice. It's very good against the deck. It will be very good against Voiceless Voice, the upcoming Ritual deck. So if you want to invest into the future, I think Branded is not a bad idea, especially because they have hit Branded Fusion to 1, they have hit the Opening to 1, they have hit Alubar to 2, and this deck still works and still is very, very strong. Just because you have so many options to get to your Branded Fusion, right? You can get to your Branded Fusion via your Spring and Skate, via your Despian Tragedy Sarcophagus. You have 2 Albions, which together with your Zaronir, it's quite easy to dump the Branded Fusion together with the Branded Retribution into your grave and then re-add it. If you can get it into the grave with your Predator Plant, Verta Anaconda, you have your Fusion Duplication. So there are a lot of ways. Might not seem, or on first glance, it might seem that it's pretty unlikely to ever get to your Branded Fusion, but I rarely ever did not get my Branded Fusion, even though I wasn't opening my Branded Fusion in my starting hand, right? You can use your Granguignol to send one of your 2 parts, either the Retribution or the Branded Fusion, into the grave. And once the thing is in the grave, it's pretty easy to get it out of the grave, to recycle it. Yeah, you know the drill. And just for quick measures here, as I already said, we have the YouTube channel of the guy Arbomod. I just want to quickly point this out because I think he's a really cool guy. Definitely deserves more subscribers, but also is basically only making branded videos. So that's why I think he is not that big on subscribers because normally channels that only do one deck are not that popular. But yeah, you can just go ahead and copy his list as I did and then go to his channel as I did. And for example, I watched this what to do if you go first with Branded, where he plays or he looks at specific hands and then plays them out. So you even have the resource here to learn, right? Which is something that is really nice if you want to learn a deck. Normally there are so many cards in here that you might not even know why you would use them. For example, Branded Sword. But the cool thing is that Abomod here on his YouTube channel will show you why this is good and just teach you. So in my opinion, one of the best players, if not the best player in Master Duel at the current moment. And as I already said, in the upcoming days, there will be videos of me using his deck, being very successful with it and having the, gonna be honest guys, playing this deck from, I think it was only from Master 5 to Master 1, which isn't even that much, right? But playing this deck from Master 5 to Master 1 was one of the most fun I ever had with this game in a long time, actually. It was really, really fun because this deck is so complicated. You have to think on your feet, and the timer is definitely your enemy, right? So very interesting, was very, very fun. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is impressive, what the guy is boasting here with his tournament tops? What do you think of him as a player? Is he overrated? Is he underrated? Let me know what you think. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up and the notification bell. And obviously, we will see each other in the next one.